Hey guys, and welcome back to NoBlandMakeup, where we do makeup and body paint tutorials, usually with a cosplay twist. If that interests you, if that tickles your fancy, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so YouTube knows that you actually meant it. And before we get started, today's video is sponsored by moi, so if you guys want to know more about that, it'll be at the end of the video. But moving on to what you're actually here for. But we're going to start off by applying some blue eyeshadow to the lid. This will basically just start off the look, to be honest. A good chunk of the flag of Iceland is blue. So yeah, I didn't want to do it the same way as I did the Australia one, or that I'm planning on doing the English flag. So I wanted to do this one a little bit different. I think it came out pretty cool. But like I said, you're going to start off by applying blue eyeshadow all over the lid. Once you have that blue exactly where you want it, we're going to go ahead and blend it out. I wanted to give this a little bit more of a wing kind of shape. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm trying to make this more complicated and convoluted than it actually is, but this really isn't that hard of a look. It's actually pretty simple. Now, if for some reason the blue is not blending out the way you want it to, you can go ahead and take a little bit of white and use that to kind of help you blend this out a little bit better. You could also use, technically, like a skin colored eyeshadow to kind of help you blend it as your transition. That is completely up to you. Is this technically cheating? Probably, but we're gonna go with it. Now, for anybody who's curious as to what I mean by cheating, one of the challenges that I've given myself in this series is to keep the flag colors in theory where they are. Obviously some of them have to move, whatever, but that's why that's considered cheating. But I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyes with some red. This was actually the chrome pots from Tarte. I got a sample of it from work, and I actually like it a lot. I think I'm gonna go and buy it. I like them. They go on, like, this is an eyeshadow. It's not an eyeliner, and it's going on like an eyeshadow. It's awesome. Seriously, I'm gonna go buy some more. And then on the inner corner, I went ahead and highlighted with a crap ton of white eyeshadow. You don't need to go this hard if you don't want to. You can honestly use something that's like a white with a little bit of shimmer to it, and you'll get the same effect without being so like stark white. But if you are gonna do this, make sure that you blend it out really, really well. And then for the lower lash line, because I can't leave well enough alone, I'm gonna basically do like a halo eye on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna put that dark blue on either side of my lower lash line. How many times am I gonna say lower lash line in this segment of the video? Somebody count for me, please. And then I'm gonna take some white eyeshadow and just apply that in the middle. If you want to make it stand out a little bit more, you can apply a white base underneath it just to give it something to stick to and really make the color pop. I didn't want to do that. Don't ask me why, today I didn't feel like it. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some more of that chrome liner. It's not a liner, it's a chrome pot. It's an eyeshadow. I'm going to apply that on the lower lash line right in the middle, so it kind of mimics the look of the actual flag. You know how all the red stripes are surrounded by white? That's kind of what I was going for. And then I'm going to take some red liner and literally just line my waterline with that. Why didn't I use this for the top, considering these are the exact same color? Because I didn't realize that until after I did it, basically. And then, completely out of frame, I'm going to go ahead and apply some lashes. If you guys want a full tutorial on that, there will be a link up above in the cards. And then afterwards, I'm going to apply some mascara. If you want to know why, go to that video that I told you was in the cards. I kind of explain why I do lashes the way I do. Now I did go with a pretty extreme pair of lashes. Well, they're extreme for me. I like more natural ones. These are way more dramatic. If that is not your flavor, you can always go for a more dramatic pair. That is up to you, my friends. And then to finish this off, I'm going to apply some red lipstick on my lips. Where else am I gonna put it? But as I mentioned earlier, today's video is sponsored by me. So if you guys want some cool t-shirts, you want to support the channel, there will be a link to my Teespring store down at the bottom. I would say it, but I've been saying it wrong this entire time, so you're gonna have to check down there. But this is the final look. I actually like this one a lot. Granted, you can't see the eyeliner that much because my lashes are so dramatic, but I still like it. I don't know. I have like anime kind of vibes going. I don't know. Let me know if I'm crazy down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely had a lot of fun doing it. If you want to see more, like I said before, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And let me know how far you think that Iceland is gonna get in the World Cup. I swear I can speak. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!